Hi, my name is Maureen. I am an instructional math coach with the City School District of Albany, and I just want to talk to you about DreamBox. So we have had DreamBox in our district for 2 years, and we've been serving our K-5 population in 11 elementary schools. And what separates DreamBox from other online programs is the whole idea that it's a teaching program. It's not a game program. And that's not to say that DreamBox is not engaging and it's not interactive with the children, because it certainly is. It's just that DreamBox takes an approach where students aren't just being given these rote practice problems to do, but rather they're being taught how to use good instructional strategies to help them show mastery in a standard. And that is something that appealed to me right away when I saw DreamBox, because it spoke so much to the resources that we were using within our core instruction. So for example, using 10 frames with kids for addition and subtraction, using open number lines, using the math rack to understand fives and tens, using base 10 blocks to add larger numbers, using arrays to multiply. So it was just all those different instructional tools that we were using and instructional models that we use in the classroom. Students in turn would see that in the independent online learning that they were doing with DreamBox. So that certainly has been one of the most appealing things about the program. In addition, we've seen some really good growth in our students, especially when we've taken the time to look deeply at the data that DreamBox provides you with. We have taken some of the hard copy assessments that our students have done, and we've matched that data with the data in DreamBox, and we have found a really good correlation between what students are able to show on paper and pencil and what they've been able to show online. The assigned focus feature has allowed us then to go even deeper into specific standards with specific students. My special ed teachers have especially found it helpful, especially in this online virtual world that we're living in now, to utilize some of that data for the purpose of progress monitoring. In regards to this new at-home learning, probably the biggest challenge has been being able to monitor who is doing the work at home. And of course, that just comes from a teacher really knowing her students and knowing that it would not be possible for, Johnny Jones to get that much done in a week's time or move through lessons that quickly. So that's been a big learning thing for us. I think we realized that when we first got the program, we really needed to discuss with parents more about the whole idea of how DreamBox is an independent learning tool, and that how important it is that you allow students to kind of work through that productive struggle of, doing the math and utilizing what DreamBox gives them to help them get through it. Because we know that DreamBox will then in turn change the path, let's say, that the kids are going based on what the students are doing. So we've already had conversation about in the beginning of the year next year, really having some of those more thoughtful conversations with parents in regards to DreamBox and its importance in being used as more of an independent tool for our students. I would say probably the best thing that's happened with this going virtual and having DreamBox as our platform for online is the fact that we do have teachers, as every school does, I'm sure, who are doing Google Meets and trying to do live lessons and things like that, but their attendance isn't always that great. But what we have found is, although the attendance might not always be great in our Google Meets, there is great attendance or greater attendance in using the DreamBox. So that has caused us to make sure that we're really looking at all of our data and making some really informed decisions about the assignments we are giving to our students, because the fact that we know if we're not seeing them, getting that FaceTime with them, if nothing else, if they are at least getting on DreamBox, we feel like they're going to make some growth around some of this great teaching that they're missing right now. My teachers have been very creative in having their students complete assignments, in that they use dojo points, they use reward tickets. Every week we do shout outs on our Facebook, Google slideshow of students who have completed 5 or more lessons, or students who have shown great progress. And now we've started to give extra dojo points or extra tickets to kids who are completing their assigned focus lessons, because we really are encouraging them to do those assigned focus lessons. And that has gone really well. I look forward to the time when DreamBox will allow teachers to comment to their students, because they are very, very excited about that. And they think that will even bring more attendance onto the DreamBox platform. And finally, as an educator, I think from a coach's perspective, I think this platform has supported a lot of my teachers in understanding some of those instructional strategies. A few years ago, well, maybe not a few, but maybe a little longer ago, we didn't really know what math racks were, right? And I think some teachers still are not comfortable with a math rack, but they've had now an opportunity to see how the math rack is utilized on DreamBox, and then they in turn can use that in their classroom. I just love the idea that DreamBox really shows the Common Core as it should be. So in second grade, we're not looking at standard algorithm addition and subtraction problems, but students are using place value strategies and properties of operations to solve problems. And I think it's really important that our teachers see that. And I think it has really made them realize that that is what good teaching looks like, and how they need to be doing that in their classroom as well to support what the kids are also doing on DreamBox. So thank you and have a great day.